Hello friends, how are you doing? My name is Prasanna and I help candidates to get seat into IITs and NIDs for the design courses. Today I am going to speak about a very important topic, that is how to prepare for CEED and NID entrance exam in just 1 week. Though it seems quite impossible, but you can practically try your best attempt to do this. Without further ado, let me show you how to do this. So let me present this Excel to you. In this Excel, you will find that there are 8 days in all, whereas the entire preparation week begins with Saturday and normally CEED is held on another Saturday. So that makes for the 1 week. In this Excel, you'll also find that I have divided it into majorly 3 sections. The first, second and the third day being associated with preparation for the examination, while as the middle section mainly consists of solving papers as well as analyzing and polishing your skills to attempt your paper in a better way. This is one of the most important steps. And then the final section, which is largely about polishing your skills, is on the second last and the third last day before the paper. Also, you will see that each day is divided largely into 3 parts. The first being the morning session, the afternoon session and the evening session. I have arranged these in such a way that the morning session will take about 4 to 5 hours, the afternoon being rest and relaxation and slightly less stressful. It will also be of 4 hours, and in evening, which is typically the time after your dinner, or for some people dinner will be included in the evening session, and this also will be another 4 hours. So therefore each day I will assume it to be between 12 to about 14 hours. And I assume that if you are going to study for a week, you will be away from your full-time job and you will be able to afford that much amount of time. Now you will observe that the aptitude section is also divided into 2 parts, the maths and the another aptitude session, which is the visual. So maths is something that is related with numerical calculations like calculation of speed, calculation of number of parts and so on, and the visual part, which basically deals with what is the font or something like what could be the next piece in the series and so on, or count the number of shapes in the given figure. Similarly, the sketching is also about the product and human figures. I believe that if you know these 2 sections correctly, you will be able to attempt any other question on both CEED and NID paper. That's why a large emphasis is laid on that. Now comes the general knowledge part. General knowledge will be something of the nature that name the Indian dancer or maybe name the particular logo. So this general knowledge is generally kept at the end of the day in evening session. That is because general knowledge will be better absorbed right before the bedtime, and maybe during the sleep you will be able to process it in a better way. I have used this Excel sheet with a number of students and they found it particularly useful, and many of them are currently in IITs and NIDs. So let me come to the breakdown. So on the first day, for example, you can see that most of the morning sessions are about aptitude, while the afternoon sessions you are expected to do sketching, and the evening is of visual. Now in evening I have left one slot blank so that this will help you adjust to rest of the days. You can choose not to leave it blank and to extend your visual session for the entire evening. However, I'll recommend you to mix and match. Also, you may have to use your evening, this particular evening on Saturday, to buy all your material such as pencils, notebooks and books as well in order to continue with rest of the week. Another important aspect of this Excel sheet is that I'm going to share it with you. You don't have to mug up here or take screenshot of this. In the description below this video, you will be able to download this Excel sheet and use it as per your convenience. Finally, let me tell you that the timed papers are very important. The timed papers over here are here on the third last and the second last day of the exam. So in this timed paper, you are expected to solve a paper in the timed condition, which is of 3 hours. You can pick any old CEED paper and solve it. Then you analyze it. When you analyze the paper, you have to keep in mind that you have to see what made you struggle, which was the easier section of the paper, and make notes on that. This will guide you to prepare in a better way. So just relax and try analyzing what is the skill set which you want to polish in this session. And of course, there is general knowledge session which you can't skip, and it depends on how much time you want to spend with it. I recommend about 1 or 2 hours is more than enough during your last week of preparation. And on the last day, if you see the day before exam, that is, you will be solving one last time paper. I recommend to pick the paper which is the latest CEED paper or latest NID paper. Polish your skill and go to rest. Do some light reading if you want to, but resting is very important because the next day is going to be quite hectic. So you must make sure that you balance out on your resting as well as skill polishing. This entire plan of 1 week is supposed to cover a variety as well as keep you from getting bored. For example, this human figure sketching and aptitude on the different evenings won't bore you. And also, all throughout the day, you will be revising all different aspects of CEED or NID entrance exam. So I hope that this Excel sheet comes in very handy to you. You can even choose to enter how much time you spent on each of these sections to keep a better track. But overall, I feel that if you follow this section, you will be able to score a decent amount of marks in CEED and you will get a decent rank as well. I hope this video was useful for you. Please feel free to write me an email or drop your comments in the section below. All my guidance is completely free of cost, so please don't hesitate. I hope you have a nice day ahead. Thank you.